Hey everybody, Brock Frady here, helping you enjoy your ride. In today's video, we're going to take a look at a 2017 Toyota Corolla IM. This is such a cool car. It has some crazy standard features like power folding mirrors, a backup camera, dual zone climate control. The interior is pretty luxurious, and it also has a pretty cool body kit on it that's also factory. We're going to explore all of that. We're going to take a look on the inside, on the outside. We're going to take a look at the specs, and I'm going to teach you how to use all the equipment inside as well. I would like to thank Vann Toyota in High Point, North Carolina for the opportunity to film this 2017 Toyota Corolla IM. You ought to check out Vann Toyota's website on the worldwide internet machine and take a look at all of their massive inventory, both new and used vehicles. I'll leave all of their contact information in the description box below. Let's take a look at a 2017 Toyota Corolla IM. I love wheels. I like how the silver trim comes all the way out to the very edge, and then that graphite gray. It's like a flat portion. I don't know why that kind of stands out to me, but it just makes it look more, I don't know, kind of sharp, like a blade or something. It's really upscale. And this one is sitting on Bridgestone Ecopia tires, P225 45 R17. And there is a little indication right there, and that says M+S. And that means mud and snow, and these are all season tires. That is just such a cool looking wheel, I think. The color of this one is called Blizzard Pearl. You see that? I love all of that fleck, that it just looks like a pearl. That is really good looking. The suspension system is a Sport-Tune McPherson strut front suspension and a double wishbone rear. And the important thing about double wishbone rear and McPherson strut front is the fact that it's going to corner a little bit better. It allows it to stay a little more flat in corners without a whole bunch of body roll. You don't want excessive body roll in corners. Another cool thing is that black honeycomb grille. See that honeycomb grille? You see your body colored under, like, bottom lip spoilers right there, and it kind of goes all the way around. You see it's there in the back. See that down there at the very bottom? And that's not a aftermarket body kit. That chrome tip exhaust, standard. I want to point out something about that chrome tip exhaust. Did you know that a $54,000 Lexus GX, the chrome tip exhaust, it's an option? And on this $21,000 Toyota Corolla IM, standard. Another really cool thing about the front here are these LED daytime running lights. And I really do recommend you running those during the day, because that greatly, well, it increases the cool factor of the car. It also is going to greatly increase your visibility. The visibility of other cars being able to see you. And right there's your halogen projector headlights. Those are really bright. And then coming around the back of the car, you can see your LED rear lights. And those back lights are really nice. You can see just how big that piece is for that entire headlight housing. I mean, that's a big piece. See there? It kind of wraps around. It goes down well into the middle of that back door, and then right on around to that rear quarter panel. Turn signals that are integrated, and these are LED, and you can see how it sticks out a little bit. See that right there? How that sticks out? And the reason that sticks out is because that LED, there's actually an LED that faces out that way, so that whenever you're turning, if somebody is behind you, then that LED right there is blinking at the same time your turn signal in the back is. And if there were a vehicle, say in between the IM, there's a vehicle here, and then you're in a vehicle back here, then you're going to be able to see that LED light blinking even if the other vehicle is blocking the turn signal right there. So it gives people, it gives them the ability for people further back to see the blinking of your turn signal. Take a look at all the premium materials that are here inside. Stitching, piano black trim, brushed aluminum. That just has a fantastic look to it. Another cool thing is how the door sounds when it closes. Oops. It actually sounds really solid. And then this is actually soft as well. You've got soft touch textured materials that are all over the vehicle. Leather wrap shift knob, leather wrap steering wheel, soft touch materials that are textured for the dash, the contoured white trim here with stitching. And that just kind of gives you, breaks up the look of the dash there. The seats are absolutely sturdy. It's incredible how these actually feel. They're also soft at the same time. The bolstering is very pronounced. It's nice and big, so it gives you a sporty feel, and it also supports you really well. But it's nice and soft here, so that it's not like a real firm, hard sports car seat, but it's still a comfortable seat. All right, let's take a look at the key fob. The key is pretty unique for the IM. It does not have push button start, so it's got the switchblade key, and I actually kind of like that. It's a pretty cool thing on this vehicle. You just hit the button, switchblade key comes out. You've got lock on the top, panic alarm in the middle, unlock on the bottom, and then you've got these two little dots that are on either side of the lock button. See those little dots? And that makes it so that you can feel inside your pocket and you know where the lock button is. Toyota emblem there on the back side. And then to fold it back in, you just push the button down and that's it. And so whenever you want to unlock the car, you press the lock button once and that unlocks the driver's door. Press it twice, it unlocks all four doors and gives you access to the back hatch. And then whenever you press lock once, it unlocks all the doors. And also notice that you have that little LED indicator right there on the side mirror that lights up when you unlock the doors and lock the doors as well. Now the back of it has that nice wide stance just like the front of it does as well. I love all that molding and all the lights and everything. There's your backup camera. In order to access the back hatch, all you have to do is hit unlock right there. And then there is a rubber button that's directly under the Toyota emblem, and so you can just squeeze that and it opens right up. Really nice storage right here. There is a pretty cool tonneau cover here that works with the opening and closing of that back hatch when it's linked right here to these little things. Alright, so you can unhook those if you want to, and then that tray will actually, so you can just pop that up, and it's actually really easy to remove. And then that frees you up to have all of that for storage area. Look how big that is. Cargo hooks right there on the far right and on the far left with a nice little light there. Also notice that that back seat is a 60-40 split, and there's your child seat safety anchors all along the back of that back seat. You have 3 there. And then here's a tab. Then when you lift up that panel there, you're going to see this is the front license plate bracket for those states that require a front license plate. There's your jack, and there's tools to use your jack. There's your temporary spare tire. You also notice that you have cargo tie down hooks. There's one there. There's one there. It's folded down right now, but it folds up just like this one. Then you have another one, another 2 on the left side. That gives you a total of 4 cargo hooks. I really like that. How big and roomy the rear cargo area is. And then you have a single handhold to bring that down. And that door is really light. I really like that. It's really easy to operate to get up and down. And then to put this back, you can see you've got these little things here. And this is what's going to fit. Is what's going to fit into that. rear defrost, rear wiper, cool shark fin antenna. This is your back seat, and this kind of goes right along with the premium feeling texture on the inside. The seat is nice and firm on the outer edge, softer on the inner edge, so it kind of gives you that support. You also notice that there are dots right here, and then there's another dot right there, and that's part of the latch safety system, and you can feel under there, and there is a metal hook that is hooked into the frame of the vehicle so that you can use your child safety seat. Also notice that you have cup holders here. There are a total of 8 cup holders in this thing. In a 5-passenger car, have some thirsty people. Then you have 3 seat belts, and they're 3-point position seat belts there in the back. And the folding of the back seat is actually really easy. You can see here there's a little handle that you pull forward, and then that's again that back seat. And then you see how flat that folds. And I know that may not seem like a big deal, but a lot of back seats, when they're laying in their all the way down position, they kind of end up like that, not truly flat. Look how flat that is. Both sides are folded down all the way. Look at that. That is just a huge cargo area in a car that looks small from the outside. Check this out. That is a nice bottle holder. Hold on. How about that? You can get a much bigger bottle in there too. Power windows. More of those premium looking treatments there for the doors. Soft touch materials. Cool car. And now let's take a look at the heart of the beast. And the hood latch is going to be just barely to the right of the Toyota logo. And then let's see if we can do this here. Battery is on the front right. Brake fluid right there. Fuses and relays. Air breather box. Oil dipstick. Oil fill. And notice that it says SAE 0W20. That means it's fully synthetic. You're going to change the oil every 10,000 miles. Coolant. Windshield washer fluid. Power windows, and the driver's side window is one-touch automatic up and down, lock and unlock, locking windows, pre-collision system, mirror controls. Also, it has power folding mirrors. This is just the coolest thing in the world right here. See this button there? Power folding mirrors. That is just the coolest thing to me on a car that is at this price point. What an awesome feature. Power folding mirrors. Oh, and you can see what I was talking about right here. That's the LED turn signal. So I'm going to push that again, fold them out.
Oh, this is hard.
So taking a look at your steering wheel, on the left side is going to be steering wheel audio controls with Bluetooth, mode, and voice commands. You can see here, this is where you're going to raise and lower the volume. This is where you're going to hang up and pick up your phone. And then here is going to be where you're going to scroll through radio stations. Mode is where you're going to change your different audio sources, whether it's AM, FM, AHA, Bluetooth audio, USB, or auxiliary. Then on the right side of the steering wheel is going to control the information that pops up on that 4.2-inch multi-information display in between the tachometer and the speedometer. And then this is going to be your lane departure warning, lane departure alert. This is lane departure alert unavailable below approximately 32 miles per hour. And so what this is it's part of that safety sense system, and there is a camera up here, and it can actually determine when you're outside of your lane, and when that happens it will let you know. It will beep at you. And the way you can access more detailed information about that feature is to use this multi-directional keypad and then go here, and you can see that there are icons here. There's an eye, lane departure alert, a warning, a little settings wheel right there at the very top. So I'm going to go to the right, and that is the lane departure alert. You can see the icon. It looks like the front of a car with two lanes, a lane on either side. And while you're driving, those lanes are going to be solid. When the vehicle can actually see a lane, when you cross over it, it's going to give you an audible alert tone to let you know what's going on. No messages, there's settings. Then there's your lane departure alert. You see that it says sensitivity high? And so I can press that and it'll say normal or high. Eco, that's eco driving mode. It's gonna cut on that little leaf icon right there when you're driving it in a fuel efficient manner. You can cut that on or off. I recommend leaving that on. Language units, drive info 1 and 2. Drive info 1 and 2 is, this is actually custom settings that you can set to show when you are looking at the information that's displayed in the eye or information screen. Now, let me go show you where drive info 1 and 2 is actually displayed. You see where it says eye? I'm going to press left, and there is drive info 1 and 2. And right there, and that's all about miles per gallon. Okay? So let me go back to settings, drive info 1, drive info 2, distance, range, average speed after reset, range after reset. You see that? That's drive info 2. So that's how you can set that up. You can go drive info 1, and that's basically what do you want it to display. You have trip here, and that's going to be trip A, trip B, and you can see there it says odometer 24 miles, trip A, trip B, and you can press and hold trip. I'm going to press and hold it right now, and it resets it to 0. So that's how you reset it to 0 if you want to reset it like after you refuel. I love the blue lights. That makes it really easy on the eyes while you're driving. Right here we're looking at our turn signal stalk, and you can see it says DRL off, auto, parking lights, and then headlights on manually. Okay, and then your turn signal. DRL off is daytime running lights off. That's where it is right now. I can go to auto. When I rolled it up to auto, the headlights cut on automatically because it sensed that it was darker in here and it needs the headlights. I can roll it here, and now just the daytime running lights are on. I can go here and all the headlights are back on manually. All right, what I recommend doing is leaving it in auto all the time, and your headlights will cut on automatically as the sun is going down. They'll cut off as the sun comes up. Otherwise, if it's that in between time, it's going to have your daytime running lights on all the time, and you need to be seen. Another really cool feature is that you can click that up without fully engaging it. Watch this. And it will blink only 3 times. So that gives you a lane change indicator. Watch this, I'll do it again. Pretty cool. So you don't get it stuck and you're not driving 70 miles an hour on the highway with your turn signal blinking all the time. Windshield wiper stalk. Mist off, intermittent low and high. It's off right now, that's the default position. I can just tap it up 1 time, and that's mist. And then you can see intermittent low and high. Right here is the intermittent speed to adjust it, and then that's for the rear wiper. You can pull that toward you and it's going to wash off the front glass. Push it away from you, it's going to wash off the back glass. Hazard lights. And then this 7-inch display, really nice. I love this setup. You can go settings, you can press the little wheel and it's going to say all of these are your general settings: general, voice, display, Bluetooth, phone, and vehicle. And you can go general, and this is just general settings. Voice, voice recognition prompts high. Oh, I really recommend training voice recognition. That is a fantastic thing. What's going to happen is the vehicle is going to say 10 different phrases. You're going to repeat those phrases, and then after that, the vehicle will more accurately understand your cadence of speech and also your dialect. It makes it so that you can use it more efficiently.
Please say the following. Reserve a table at 8 p.m. for 4 people at Horseback Steakhouse.
Okay, so that's how that works. Phone. We don't need to pair a phone right now. Media. That's going to be everything that you can listen to. FM. Tune to the station here. So let's say I wanted to memorize a station, and I want to do, let's say 88.5. So I'm going to tune here, and then once it's on that station there, I'm going to press and hold number 1, and that memorized 88.5 to number 1 position. I can tune again using the up and down arrows. And then I can press and hold. And that just memorized another station. And then I can add a ton of stations. You see that? Climate control system is here. Dual zone climate control. That is so cool on a car at this price point. Auto mode makes it so that you can press auto and it'll set it to the basically keep the cabin at that temperature. That makes it work just like the central air in your house. Front defrost, rear and heated mirrors, or rear defrost and heated mirror. Sync makes it so that the same temperature is on both sides. And I can go here and it will deactivate sync. Did you see that? So the passenger, whenever they take over, it goes out of sync, I guess you could say. And you can press sync and it'll put it at the same. Recirculate, fresh air, and AC. Nice little compartment here, and you've got a power point down there with a USB port here and also an auxiliary power outlet. Sport will adjust the throttle sensitivity via throttle mapping, so it makes it the gas pedal more sensitive, and whenever you take off, you have more torque on takeoff. Traction control off. And then here is your backup camera. I just put it in reverse, and you can see the grid line here. That really helps for backing into spaces. And then putting it down into neutral, then into drive. Then I can, at any speed while I'm driving, I can flip it over and I can gear up and down manually. And this is a continuous variable transmission with intelligence. And so it's a 7-speed, but it's technically it's continuous variable, but it gives you the feeling of it being 7-speed. Okay, everybody, that's a wrap for the 2017 Toyota Corolla IM. Thank you so much, Van York Toyota in High Point, North Carolina, for the opportunity to film this Toyota. If you would like to have more content like this delivered right to you as soon as I make it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave your comments in the comment section below and I'll be happy to respond to them ASAP. Check out my website, howtocarguy.com. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Make sure you have a great day and enjoy your ride.